Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Town of Wheatfield Board meeting for May 18th, 2015. We do have a preliminary meeting this evening. It's a public information meeting having to do with our annual stormwater report from 2014. So we're going to introduce Wendell Engineering, either Lauren or Tim.
Thank you very much for having me this evening. I'm Lauren Gloss with Wendell. I'm here to report out on the Stormwater Annual Report for the Town of Wheatfield. The reporting year is from March 10th, 2014 to March 9th, 2015. And under the Phase 2 Stormwater Regulations, the EPA established a municipal separate stormwater system, and this is to help improve our nation's waters. The Town of Wheatfield is an owner and operator of an MS4, Municipal Separate Stormwater System. And as part of this, there's a set of guidelines that are set out to follow to help to prevent any materials that don't want to get into the stormwater system from getting in there, to maintain and keep the sediments out of the stormwater system. And there are 6 main parts to this. They're all covered under the Stormwater Management Plan, which the Town of Wheatfield developed in 2011. I do have a copy of the Stormwater Management Plan available tonight for anybody to review, and it's also available on the town's website. So under this Stormwater Management Plan, there are 6 main guidelines that the town follows. The first is public education and outreach for stormwater impacts. The second is public improvements and participation. The third is illicit discharge detection and elimination. The fourth is construction site stormwater runoff controls. The fifth is post-construction stormwater management. And finally, pollution prevention, good housekeeping of the municipal operations of the stormwater system. Now, the Town of Wheatfield is a participant and a partner with the Western New York Stormwater Coalition. It's a collection of municipalities within Western New York who work together to help meet these stormwater management goals and guidelines. The Western New York Stormwater Coalition's primary purpose is to focus on those first 2 guidelines, public participation and public information. As you may have noticed when you walked in today, there's a number of pamphlets that are available. You may find in the mail that you'll get flyers throughout the year on best management practices to protect the stormwater systems within the Town of Wheatfield. So these are the types of things that the Stormwater Coalition really focuses on, getting the public informed and getting them involved. The other 4 guidelines are the responsibility of the town. The town's stormwater management officer is Paul Sigmund, who is also the town's highway superintendent. So some of these tasks include tracking down any illicit discharge or potential illicit discharge that would enter the stormwater system, finding out what it is, where it's coming from, and making sure that it's taken care of before getting into the system. Another is both the active construction site and post-construction management plans, making sure that any construction that's done in the Town of Wheatfield is adhering to these stormwater guidelines to protect the waterways. And finally, just making sure that all those good housekeeping things are taken care of. Sweeping streets to make sure that the grit and everything is getting off the streets and not into the stormwater system. Cleaning out catch basins, inspecting outfalls within the Town of Wheatfield to make sure that everything is working and running properly and nothing's getting into our stormwater system that we don't want to be there. So as part of this, there's an annual report which is issued each year to help ensure that the town is meeting these goals, that they are actively participating in the stormwater regulations and guidelines set forth by the EPA. And so here tonight, we're here to report that the town is actively participating in all 6 of these guidelines and goals with the Town of Wheatfield. I do have a copy of the annual report available for anybody to view this evening. It is also being made available on the town's website for any comment or review. And again, any questions or comments to both the stormwater report and to the annual report would be directed to the Stormwater Management Officer, who would be Paul Sigmund, Town Highway Superintendent. And I would also like to open it up if you have any questions for me this evening or any questions, comments that you might have. If not, all right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Lauren. We do have a few minutes before the regular meeting would start. That's another 10 minutes, so we can relax.